All right, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning again to my fellow Twitch viewers and members of the USDF who are tuning in with me here on this wonderful game that is Branch Wars, supplied to you and supported by the USDF. We're currently in HQ now, having the team assemble. A wonderful announcement there done by Kimmy, who is going to go ahead and preside over these Branch Wars games, as is the following people. We have Crizzy Cat, we have Elise, we have myself, and Derp554. The Air Force and the Army are lining up now, as well as the Marines and Navy, and we're going to show you behind the scenes inside the hallways of the USDF. Now don't worry, there's nothing in here that's OPSEC, but we're going to go ahead and show you anyway the process that people would take, the process that you would take if you decide to join us, on how to get through the hallways. The teams are now making their way through. There is a big turnout today, and a nice gold suit there by who we got going on here? Silenthius, the retired brigadier. DIRSA. Interesting. I like the gold. Let's bring that gold in. Excuse me. Bit of a hang now there. Ignore me. The teams have now gone in, and I'm going to show you behind the scenes in the USDF hallway. So here we go. This is the rooms where everyone decides to make their journey into the game. This is where we host all of our events, and everything here is secured and behind locked doors, so you can't go where you're not allowed. The teleport here is going to be taking into the Branch Wars hub. That is exactly where we're going. And here we are. Welcome to the Branch Wars hub, a familiar sight for those in the know, those who have tuned in with me. We're going to go ahead and take a seat with my fellow hosts over here. We've got Elise waving on the stream right now. Nice to see you, Elise. Nice to see you, Derp, Crazy Cat, and myself. Welcome to those in the Twitch chat, of course, and excuse me, a salute to you all. You'll forgive me if my voice is slightly fading due to the previous game that I hosted, which was a double game, as is this one, of the Pac-Man third game and the final game as well. Nice to see you all. Welcome. Today we're going to be experiencing the Marines versus the Navy in the third game of Space Invaders, and then of course we're going to be facing off with the Air Force and the Army in the final of Space Invaders as well. Top performances expected tonight, and this is going to be the final game of Branch Wars. Not the final stream by any means, because we still have a ceremony to go ahead and do, but this will be the last time Wilson, myself, streams these Branch Wars games, unless of course they come back next year, and unless of course I'm still here, which we'll see, won't we? No spoilers just yet, but we'll see. At least going off with the lore of the game, welcome to today's Branch Wars game, you pixelated beings. I have always been curious if pixelated beings can survive in the dark unknown. I guess we have today an experiment. Am I right? I am your host, LCDR Elise, and today's fate decider is Space Invaders. This centre replicates the same exact centre established in 1978, developed and manufactured by Midway Manufacturing for overseas distribution. Remember when you had to fight your way through the space while asteroids were coming out of the... Wrong game. What am I thinking of? Am I thinking of the game called Asteroids? I think I might be thinking of Asteroids. This is Space Invaders, where aliens come down and eat you. Okay. Of course, of course. Are we ready? I think we're ready. There is a lot of people here. I'm not going to go over everyone's name. You will see them. Ollie in the chat subscribing with Prime. 7 out of 20 on that one. A big salute to you. Thank you so much for that. I am wholeheartedly appreciative of you. I'm going to go ahead and get myself into the room. So we're going to have a quick exit and go ahead and make my way to the Space Invaders game room. A game room that you have seen before, and of course one that will be coming to an end shortly. I'm going to go ahead and step on this here and disappear into the room, ready for the game to commence. Now you see this little pillow here? I like this. This little pillow here was put there especially for me, because I like to sit down on the floor when I'm hosting these games. Not that I can stay still or sit down for any long periods of time unless I'm streaming, But it's a nice touch. That pillow will always remain as Wilson's pillow for the Twitch streams. Don't sit on my pillow. I'm joking. This pillow is anyone's. You can go sit on it if you want. I'm not going to stop you. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at the scoreboard at the moment. So these are the previous scores from this game of Space Invaders. We have Illegibility with 455, quite a high score there. We have Yusa with 425, Pibbles got banned 420, Illegibility again with 410, Fingerblunt 405, Nathan 96 at 385, Bulletproof at 380, Nathan 96 again at 370, and Tech Geek with 365. Finally rounding off with Bion Tech at 310. Good scores all round. Very much a good set of games coming up here tonight. 10 rounds in total to be played. Luckily, it is side by side, and luckily there is a time limit on these games, of course, so I will be able to go ahead and pace myself just a little bit. That last game, bit intense, not gonna lie. Welcome to Derp554, who is currently OC2 in this room right now. Derp, give us a salute in game. Come on, my friend, I'll go ahead and give you one back. There we go, there's a wave for you. Go ahead and throw your Twitch host back a salute, or not, because it's you. I feel like you might not do it now on purpose. We'll see. They're not going to do it. Dub's in this Twitch chat right now, not saluting. That's crazy. Imagine. Oh, there we go. There's the salute. I mean, it wasn't an actual salute, like, you know, but we'll let that slide. And the teams are now making their way through. We've got Penguin. We've got Victor. We have Victor. We've got Leroy. We have Yorogo turning up as well. Fingerbunt, Miskits, Elise, Mayo Cashews. We have Joao Swag. We've got Mickey. We've got Miskits again. I'm making sure to get everyone here. We've got Fingerbunt. We've got Hamiro. We have Yusa. We have Scary Reika. We have, coming in here, JPL 8822. We have Bulletproof, Noella. We have S810 on the teleporter. Rogie Bears turned up as well. Kimmy, one of the hosts, is here, as of course are the rest of us three, Elise, Crazy Cat, and myself. We got Silenthius, who is here as a retired spectator. A big salute to them as well. Nice to see you. Street Army 16 has turned up, and I believe Mickey has taken their chair as well. This looks like the majority of the team is turning up, and the branches there have a good set of players. Might actually need some more chairs. Not too sure. Let's have a look and see who will be stepping in. Can former army play? I don't think that's going to be allowed. Getting this HS holder on. Okay, why Viv asleep? Now Holidat. Scores have been reset. Scores have been wiped from the board. This is a fresh game here. And of course, one that everyone is going to have a good time at. Waiting for a few more people to come through. This is the USDF 2024 full uniform. Interesting. Collection releasing soon. Love that. Not sure if that's actually true, but I quite like it. That is an insane comment that I've just read in the social platforms right there. I'm not going to go ahead and repeat that on stream because that will open up a can of worms that Wilson is not prepared for, though you can go ahead and take guesses at the message that I just received. Derp, where's the music? Let me have a look for you. There we go, Derp, the music has returned. I'm ever so sorry, and I thank you for calling me out on that. Pack Marines and Wavy Kai, Marines and Navy, the first players, please. Where are they? Yorogo is so polite. That's correct. Oh, looks like JPL is stepping up there. Let's go, Jenna. And it looks like Miskits is going up as well. So, Navy, JPL, Miskits, Marines. Both of them are red. I'm going to have a hard time, I know it, trying to recall who is who. This video is sponsored by Sprite. Another invisible can of Sprite as well. Refreshing. JPL ready to play the game. That is Space Invaders. Miskits stepping up onto the platform as well. The team's about to prepare for the event. Let's go ahead and set them in their seats, folks. WO1 for Pack Marine, CWO JPL for the Wavy Kai. And they are in. So it looks like we have the Navy in blue, the Marines in red. I should be able to remember that. It is two simple colours. And I'm probably going to miss it anyway. Good luck to Amy there, and good luck to Jenna. Round 1, battle for third for Space Invaders. Remember, this is the third game to be played. The final will be streamed shortly after this, with a break of hopefully about 5 minutes in the middle as well, for your host to go ahead and get his voice back. Pack Marines on the red, Wavy Kyle on the blue. Are both players ready? Let's get some R's in the chat. Yes, he is. Players, we need some readies here. Let's ready up. All you need to do is press that R key on your keyboard, press the enter. R and enter. JPL's got it. JPL is straight away off with the R. Again, are both players ready? Can I ask, what do I have to do? I've never played. Sorry. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Where's my water at Wilson? That was not the question that was asked in the social channel, no. But we're going to gloss over that because Sprite, at the moment, is the superior beverage. Water is for the morning and the afternoon at work as well. Sprite is for the evening. I don't need all them question marks. You don't need to do that. We're fine. Twitch Alex is good. Twitch Alex is ready. Just press the arrows in front of you. They are ready. Sprite is not hydrating, but it's refreshing. Are the teams ready? I think they're ready to go. Good luck to the both of you. And the game is about to begin. Now, okay, cool. So starting off with 1 asteroid on the board for each of the teams. A nice even start there with 2 more coming in for both sides. Now the idea is to attack the sea urchins and avoid the meteorites, otherwise you're going to lose points. We have a 10-point lead immediately for the Marines on the left-hand side. And of course, the Navy on the right, slowly closing those ranks. Still a 10-point lead there with a meteor hit for the Marines, taking them back down to 10 points, giving the lead over to the Navy. 10 points separating the two of them, 2 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock remaining. I believe this game has been updated slightly from when the aliens were here to these new critters, I'm going to say. Very interesting to see. 35 on the points there, a even score, could go any way right now for the teams. 45 and 50 neck and neck right now at 2 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. We have a good hit on the right hand side there for the Navy, taking them down by an asteroid hit to 50 points, giving the lead to the Marines there, up to 75 already, with 1 minute and 55 on the clock to go. Just about to break 100 points on the left hand side for the Marines here. Plenty of opportunity for the right hand side to go ahead and clear up some nice big points. They can get some streaks here if they aim their blocks correctly. An asteroid hit on the left there for the Marines, taking them down to 105. That means there's only about a 35-point lead happening right here. That's been increased now to about 50, and it's gone up to 60. We've had an asteroid hit on the Navy side, taking them down to 105 points. The Marines increasing their lead up to 180. 1 minute 25 on the clock as we speak. 210. 210 to 160. 210, 165. No points on the board. 215, 175. A good lead to the Marines so far. 225, 175. An asteroid hit on the right hand side, taking them down to 245, 265, 180 for the Marines there. The Marines sticking out in the lead, hitting almost 300 points with 1 minute left on the clock here. 5 viewers in the Twitch channel right now. A big salute to you all. Thank you for joining me here. We are currently down on the left to 305 for the Marines and 210 on the right for the Navy. A clear field for the Marines though. There is not many asteroids there at all, and we are going to go ahead and see a possible win for the Marines unless the Navy can pull it back on the right hand side. It is possible. There are some good opportunities to be made here. Just avoid those asteroids. He spoke too soon. That asteroid is taking you down to 280 points. The Marines lead by nearly 100 points. Can they go ahead and pull it back? We're waiting on the Navy to do exactly that. We have just hit 300 points at 315 for the Navy. 405 broken by the Marines. 10 seconds on the clock. There is a strong opportunity here for the right hand side to pull it back. So we have an empty field and the lives are lost. The lives have gone, meaning if the Marines pull it through, they might have done it. And they have. The first game has been won by the Marines there. Congratulations to JPL and Misquits for that first game. A second person, row your boat sneakily down the stream. Lock and load in tactics mode, United States Marines. That is the second time in Branch Wars I've seen that. This could have been used ages ago. Where was this chant? Have I just been missing it? Have I not realised? Okay. So, Biscuits has finished. They are currently removed from the game. So, who's going to be stepping up next? I'm going to go ahead and turn this music down just a little. Victor, I think, in the chat. Hello, nice to see you. We're going to go ahead and give you a salute, as we always do, to our wonderful Twitch viewers. And, of course, I'm on the vape. Again. Don't smoke, kids. Looks like Nick is possibly being offered up for playing there. We have a contender here. Tech Geek is going to be going in for the Navy. Nicely done. Anyone stepping in for the Marines? Who have we got here? Where are the Marines? Biscuits. Is there any Marines here? Tiger Lily. Tiger Lily for the Marines there. Smudge, welcome to the chat. A salute to you as well, of course. Nice to see you here. Nice to see everyone tuning in for this. Tiger Lily asking questions. No, can I ask? I haven't played this in a while. It shoots randomly. No, I think it shoots repetitively on purpose, actually. I think it's timed. I'm not sure it's random. I'm pretty sure it's timed. 9 viewers in the Twitch channel right now. That is impressive. Thank you. A salute to all of you as well. Of course, if you are not subscribed to this channel, we have just broken 380 followers. Reaching our new goal of 390 is going to be something that I'm going to need your help for. So if you can spare a follow, subscribe, or like, please go ahead and do so. And it will go a long way to not only myself, but the USDF. I have not been focusing, and the game is off with Tech Geek and Tiger Lily facing off to each other there. 5 points even on the board right now, with the Marines sticking out just at 20 points. Navy evening the score at neck and neck. 25 on the board. This could go either way. An asteroid hit on the left hand side, but on the right as well. They are still neck and neck. This is probably about 15 seconds worth of tied scores right now. Can they go ahead and increase their lead significantly enough to secure them a spot on that leaderboard? They've hit an asteroid. They've taken themselves down to 10 points. We're at 50 for the Marines, who have just hit an asteroid, taking them down to 35 points as well. The Navy need to go ahead and hit a few more of those sea urchins to bring that score back up, which they have managed to do. They are 5 points away from neck and neck with the Marines there. The Marines have hit an asteroid, taking them down to 45. The lead is now in the Navy's hands. 65 points, missing an asteroid barely there on the right hand side. We're going to go ahead and see an increased lead for the Navy up to 100 points, just hitting there on the century. 75 points to the Marines. 1 minute and 50 seconds on the clock. Remaining a bit of a slow game here, but it's still an intense one nonetheless. 130 points to the Navy on the right hand side. The Marines are stuck at 100. Can they go ahead and increase it? Yes, they can. 115. Right hand side, an asteroid hit, taking them down to 130. Another asteroid down the left, taking them down to 110. Can they bring it back up to even that score? They have evened that score at 1 minute 30 seconds. Marines trying their best to go ahead and increase the score as much as they can. Navy trying their best to catch up. 3 lives on the board right now. 2 lives now down to the Marines, and make that 1 life. If there is another life lost for the Marines here, Tiger Lily is out, meaning all that Navy are going to have to do is keep that score up. That's all they need to do. There is 3 lives left. Tiger Lily needs to make sure she attacks the closest one to them. 220 for the Marines, 265 on the Navy side as well. Can they avoid the asteroids and get that last one? They haven't. They have lost their lives, meaning this is now a Navy game. If the Navy manages to pull it through in the next 40 seconds, they're going to go ahead and take the cake for this game. That is a 1-1, if I'm not mistaken. Biscuits, yes, 1-1. Definitely 1-1. I have to double check, triple check, as always, because sometimes I get it. I get it wrong. Sorry, the social channels are popping off slightly. Very, very interesting comments going on right here in the channels. 380 points to the Navy right now with 10 seconds on the clock. 3 lives for them as well. There is work being put in here by a Tech Geek. Tiger Lily did absolutely wonderfully as well. 400 points. Can they go ahead and beat that 440? Unfortunately, they can't. They brought it up to 420. Let's blaze it. Well done to you, Tech Geek, for that score. Congratulations to you. And I think that is now a 1-1 to the teams there. Very, very well done. Lovely. 1-1 on the board. It's anybody's game. That is correct. It is anybody's game. And we had that in the previous one where we had the Marines and Air Force and the Army and Navy face off in Pac-Man. It was a intense game. If you haven't seen that game, go ahead and rewatch it on this channel right now. You can go back and look at the previous videos before they get submitted to YouTube for your viewing pleasure. There is a lot of people in this room. We're going to need some more seats. That's crazy. Anyone with room rights here going to put down some more seats for our guests? Looks like Baby Doll is going ahead and stepping up for the Marines there. Who have we got for the Navy? We shall find out shortly. Looks like Fingerbunt might be stepping up here. Are they going to go ahead and do it? Fingerbunt with a snake and weird mask on their head. They are indeed going to go ahead and step up. Big shout out to both of you, Baby Doll and Fingerbunt there. Congratulations to you both for participating in Branch Wars, and congratulations to everyone who is tuned in with me right now on this stream. A salute to all of you, and I must salute probably about 30 times per stream, so you know it's genuine. The teams are now sitting in their chairs respectively, the Marines and the Navy. Fingerbunt, Baby Doll 4000, ready to play off in Space Invaders. 420 on the board right now. Let's go. Teams are ready, and we're going to go ahead and get the aliens on the board, or in this case it is the neon, I'm not saying that word, anemone. I feel like this is a Shark Tale situation going on here. Finding Nemo, one of the two. Either way, we've got 10 points on the board for the Marines, with the Navy currently sat at 0. They're going to go ahead and get a couple of points there from sea urchins that have been killed, taking the Marines up by 25 points with a couple of kills there, taking them to 30 points. 15 separates the two of them. An asteroid hit has taken the Marines down just behind the Navy there. Navy is up to 35 points. Marines currently sitting 15 behind them. The lead is increased by 20 points to the Navy here, and it looks like the teams are hitting roughly at the same time when it comes to hitting points. Almost saw an asteroid hit on the left-hand side there. Not a problem if that does happen. You've still got 2 minutes and 8 seconds on the clock as of this moment. An asteroid hit on the right has taken the Navy out of the lead, leaving the Marines to sit up at 90 points, almost hitting a century, which they have just done on the mark of 2 minutes. Well done to both players, Baby Doll and, of course, Fingerbunt there. 1 minute 55 with only 10 points leading the difference there. 125 to the Marines. Points has increased it. Another asteroid hit on the right-hand side for the Navy, taking them down to 100 points. They need to get out of this rut. They are currently neck and neck. Change that up to a lead of 5 points for the Navy. Again, neck and neck. This could go either way. This game is quite harsh when it comes to what the board presents to you. And, of course, the anemones coming straight down to the board. Sorry, my mind just went blank. There is 190 points currently neck and neck on the team right now. Twitch chat, I'm sorry, please forgive me. 205 to the Marines. They are currently still in the lead. Can they keep that lead up for the remaining 58 seconds on the board with 20 points difference? Make that 30. Navy are going to have to pull something out of the bag if they want to go ahead and get a further increase there. They've got 10 points on the board. 15, 260 to the Marines. 45 seconds on the clock. Unlucky hits going around the board at the moment. 250. The points lead is decreasing very, very slowly. 300 on for the Marines. 265 on the right for the Navy. If there's an asteroid hit on the left-hand side, we're going to see a drop for the Marines, which is possible in the last 30 seconds there, giving the Navy a possible lead should that happen. Both teams are currently sat on a life of 1 and 2, but it looks like they're going to be able to clear up the board before that timer runs out. 350 points roughly on the left-hand side for the Marines there. Navy sitting at 295. Can they break even at 300? They've hit an asteroid, taking them down to 280. 7 seconds on the clock. 5, 4, 375 for the Marines, 295 for the Navy, and it's a final score of 395 to 310. Congratulations to Baby Doll 4000 on the Marine side there, and that I now believe is 2-1 for the teams. We're going to come back to that. We're going to come back to that social chat in when this game's over. All right. Round 4. Players, please. Round 4 already? Wow. That was actually a lot quicker than I thought it was. Where are the teams? Let's get them ready on that board. Wisbowski staring into the playing field there. Victor standing behind Kisa. And it looks like we've got Hartlem stepping up for the Navy there. Who's going to be facing off against Hartlem. Against the Navig. It looks like we have a contender. Miskits again is going for it. Congratulations. It is the Battle of the Amy's. Okay. I did not realize that both of these people were named Amy. You learn something new every day. Battle of the Amy's is going to be happening here on Branch Wars. This is the third game before we reach the final, which is going to be Air Force versus the Army. Teams have taken their seats. Are both players ready? We've got a ready from Hartlem. We have a ready ma'am from Miskits. And they are off. The team sitting now evenly at 5 points each, with a fair amount of asteroids and monsters on the board right now. A slight increase from the Navy there, just up by 10 points. The score has now immediately been evened as soon as he spoke. Asteroid hit on the left hand side takes the Marines down to 5 points. Navy slowly increasing their lead a bit more, up to 55. A good set of hits on the right hand side there for the Navy, taking them up to 70 points, while the Marines has still stuck at 25 points. Can they go ahead and increase that lead? 3 hit there for the Marines, taking them to 40 points. We've currently got about 30 points separating the two of them. Navy has just hit a century, 110 points on the board, 2 minutes 10 on the clock. The Marines sat at 80 points. Can they go ahead and break that 100 mark before we reach 2 minutes on the clock? It doesn't look like we can, though he spoke too soon. Just as 1 second passes on the 2 minute mark, they do it, but hit an asteroid, taking them back down to 90. The Navy still increasing their lead slowly but surely there to 140 points above the Marines at 115. This is a bit of a tough game. It can go anywhere at any point because the score is just about to be evened. He spoke too soon yet again, and the Marines are back down to 125 points, 140 on the right hand side for the Navy, and asteroid just being the cause of that slight problem there. 20 points separate the two teams here. The Battle of the Amy's is commencing. We're at 180. Navy about to reach 200 points. The Marines clear board. They have every opportunity to not hit an asteroid. Can they do it? We will certainly find out shortly. The Navy going ahead and trying to take the middle row there, increasing their lead to 200, which they have just managed to break there with 205 points. 200 points has also been achieved by the Marines on the left hand side. 1 minute 5 seconds on the clock. 15 points separate the teams. Can they go ahead? 10 points separating the teams right now. If an asteroid's hit on the right hand side, which it has been, it's taken the Navy down by 5 points, giving the lead to the Marines there. Can the Marines increase that lead? They're up by 15 points on the clock. The Navy is going to have to put in the work in the last 50 seconds to make sure that lead does not get taken away from them. 245 to the Marines, 255 to the Navy. They've managed to do it, hitting an asteroid, taking it back down to 230. Marines have increased their lead to 260 points. There is only a small amount of points between the two of them right now. Very intense. 35 seconds on the clock. 270 to the Marines. 265. 270. Even scores all around at 30 on the clock. 285 to the Marines. 270. Can the Navy pull anything out of the bag to make that score even once again? It is 295 to 310 in the Marines' favour. 325. 15 points separating the two of them. The board is coming down heavily on them. 3 lives separating the two of them. Of course, the score is even at 10 seconds on the clock, with the Navy just edging out at 355. Marines 345 there, 5 seconds left. Can they go ahead and pull anything back? The Marines, can you do it, or has this game immediately gone to the Navy? It's gone to the Navy with 385. Checking the chat there. Howdy 93. Hello, Mr. Wilson. A big salute to you, Wisbowski, in the chat. Big salute. That was intense. That was intense. Very, very intense. I like games like that. They get me going. They also ruin my voice. But it's not a problem. It's not a problem. Final round. Score is 2-2. Can someone who is watching this right now please request on my behalf to release a 5-minute break just between this round and the next, just so I can go ahead and recompose myself for the next round. I would very much appreciate that if someone could go ahead and let them know via a whisper, via a really obvious chat, because I'm going to need 5 minutes to myself after this game just so I can chill. Holy hell, I am going to need it. That is for sure. Social channels going a little bit crazy here. Harlem, we should play. Go for the win. Okay, who have we got stepping up here? It looks like Baby Doll 4000 is going again. Please, someone needs to let someone in the command spot know that Wilson's going to need a break. Please. Please. The ad, I apologize about the ad. The ad does happen. I am ever so sorry about the ad. But that will not show in the VOD afterwards. The ads do not get played. I mean, they do, but then I think the VOD gets paused. It's Baby Doll up for the Marines. Who is Baby Doll going to be facing off right now? We will certainly see. We're going to go ahead. We're going to go ahead and not vape on stream. This is why I need... This is why I need the 5 minutes. Please. Someone step up. Come on now. There we go. Who is stepping up? Tech Geeks going in for the Navy. Where are we at? Don't worry about Wilson, chat. Wilson's just dying here, choking himself to death on stream. And you're just like, man, let's hope we don't get any more ads. I'm joking, by the way. I know you have respect. I know you look after me. Don't worry, guys. I know you're there for me. Final round here for Baby Doll 4000 and Tech Geek, the Marines and Navy, respectively. They're going to be facing off for the place on third spot. Yeah, we're going to go third spot. The time has started and the score is reset back to 0. 5 points and 10 points in the lead for the Marines straight away. Good luck to both teams. The score is neck and neck at 2:45 on the clock. Marines back down to 0 points there. An unfortunate asteroid hit. Not a problem. Can the Navy increase their lead, or can the Marines pull it back just a little? We will certainly see. I really hope someone in this chat has informed command that I'm going to need a 5-minute break. I really do hope so. 25 points to the Navy there, to the Marines 15. Can they go ahead and increase that lead even further? Which, yes, they have. They have managed to get up to 55 points, half a century away from the 100. 2 minutes 15 on the clock as we speak. Only 25 points separating the teams. Make that 10 points now. Actually, take that back. It's now the Marines in the lead at 75 points over the Navy's 55. The aliens are coming ever closer, piece by piece, line by line towards them to take out their lives. 105 on the clock for Marines. 130 now. Navy still stuck at 70 points there, still below the 100 mark. Biscuits with a woo, let's go Myra. I love that. Love this camaraderie. Love the support for your team members. Baby Doll, 145 on the score for the left-hand side for the Marines. 100 just been hit by the Navy there, taking it back down to 80 with an unfortunate asteroid hit. Can they go ahead and make that score up? We will see. There is 50 points. An asteroid hit on the left increases the gap to a smaller amount. 145 for the Marines, 130 for the Navy. They're going to go ahead and hit an asteroid, taking them back down to 125. There was an opportunity there to possibly take over. Can they go ahead and do it? The shots on the left missing completely, taking them up to 175, 185 on the scoreboard for the left-hand side for the Marines. We're getting into dangerous territory now with the Marines losing 1 life. The Navy still sat at 3, 1 minute and 5 seconds on the clock. Can it be done? 235 here on the left-hand side for the Marines, 175 for the Navy. Taking an asteroid hit, taking them back down to 170. It's almost a 100-point lead to the Marines here. This is looking a bit tough. There is 50 seconds on the clock. 85-point lead, nearly a 100-point lead to the Marines. This is going to be a tough one for the Navy to bring back, but they can do it. There is a possibility. They just need to make sure their shots are placed pretty perfectly. Unless, of course, the Marines lose their life, leaving this game down to the Navy. The lives are still there. They're going to go ahead and have 30 seconds left on the clock with the points of 325 to the Navy's 255. Is that point lead going to be increased to 100? I believe it is. Yes, it has. The points are 100 ahead An asteroid hit for the Navy. They're taking it back down to 250. This looks like it might be in the Marines' favour. Can the Marines be crowned the winners of this game? We will find out shortly. 200, 300 being hit by the Navy there. 405 for the Marines. 7 seconds left on the clock. An asteroid hit just being missed there by the Navy. 385 for the Marines. Clean ball on the left there. No asteroids. Can they increase that lead just a bit more? Top score possibly going there. And unfortunately, they have ended with a Marine win. Congratulations to the Marines. Navy, you did absolutely tremendously there. Well done, of course, to both teams. I believe that means this has just become a Marine game. Congratulations to the teams there. I believe if you guys in the chat have done your job, I should have a break happening for 5 minutes, please. Come on, hosts. I know you're probably watching this. At least if you're watching this, let Wilson have a 5-minute break, please. We're at 35 on the clock right now. We can time this perfectly. I'll be back by 40. Just a 5-minute break. Have a drink. Have a vape without choking. Wavy Kite is 4th. That is unfortunate. The next game you're going to see is going to be the Air Force versus the Army in Space Invaders. There is the 5-minute break mark. I will be back with you shortly. Okay. We are back. I'm going to go ahead and let the team know by putting that in the chat there. We are back and ready to go for this next game, which is going to be the Air Force versus the Army in the final of Pac-Man. I was going to say Pac-Man. No, that game still give me vibes. This is Space Invaders. Of course it is. We're going to be going ahead and playing off against the Air Force and the Army. We're going to go ahead and see who takes top spot. We shall certainly find out. Mayo Cashood is praying hard there. This is a do or don't situation, folks. We need a team to be crowned a winner here. Who is it going to be? Place your bets in the chat right now if you feel necessary. Is it going to be the Air Force or is it going to be the Army? We shall certainly see in just a few minutes. Pretty sure it's been more than 30 seconds. Not gonna lie, it's currently 41 minutes past. Okay, alright, I'll stay tuned. That was pretty much bang on the moment I said it. We are back, everyone. Let's go ahead and get the Air Force and the Army to step up to the plate and find out who's going to be taking the cake here for the team. This is the finals of Space Invaders. Who is going to be crowned the winner? 8-Bit Battalion versus 8-Bit Eagles. It's an 8-bit standoff. Who is going to win first place? Now remember, this is first place for the game, not first place for Branch Wars. That will be decided on a point system, and I'm guessing the scores are going to be released on the 31st. We shall certainly find out. Wilson isn't actually privy to this information right now. Looks like we have a player, Yusa, stepping up for the Army. Who have we got for the Air Force? Mayo Cashews is playing in for the Air Force there. The first game is about to get underway with both teams readying up on the platforms to go into their chairs. Good luck, Mayo. Good luck, sir. That's some good camaraderie there. I like to see that. Pressured. Yusa is feeling pressured. May the best branch win. Love that. Thank you for streaming all of the Branch Wars. Salty Dough in the chat, a salute to you. You are more than welcome. This is the last one that Wilson is going to be streaming here for Branch Wars games. So I'll probably do a bit of a sign off at the end, a bit of a personal one. So if anyone else wants to get people in this Twitch to see Wilson say goodbye to Branch Wars, you are more than welcome to advertise this Twitch channel around for exactly that reason. The teams are ready on the platforms, but not in their seats just yet. Have we got a hold up? Is there a bit of an issue? We will certainly find out shortly. Are they going to go ahead? Here we go. For the Army, we have CW4 USA, and of course, for the Air Force, we have the CMS GT Mayo Cashews. Let's go. Good luck to both teams. Absolutely good luck. Go Cashews, my favorite nut after peanuts. Wow, Swag, that is a strange thing to see in the chat. Funny though. Let's go, Mayo. You got this. So the team's going to be going into the game right now. Are we just playing roller fun? Come on, guys. Let's go. Let's get on them chairs. 45 minutes on the clock. Mayo Cashews is shaking. I think that might be. There we go. The doors have opened, and the teams are going to be going ahead and entering the board. Both players are in. 6 people in the Twitch right now. 384 followers out of the 390. It's unlikely that we're going to make it by the end of this last Branch War stream, but we shall certainly try and push for it. So if you've got anyone there that wants to come and follow USDF, please go ahead and direct them to this stream. It would mean a lot to me and a lot to Senior Command, and of course to Controllable as well, whose directive this is to stream the games. It's like someone took blueberries and made them taste not ripe. What is... I don't even know what's going on here. Are the players ready? We're certainly going to find out there. USA is ready, and Mayo Cashews isn't just ready. They are locked, and they are loaded, and they are off. The points have been reset. The clock is on the board there with 5 points already going directly to the Marines on the left-hand side. The Navy getting a couple of points in there, bringing it up to an even score of 10-10. 5-point lead increased to the Navy. Make that 25 points to 15. A asteroid hit, a very unfortunate one for the Marines there, taking them down to 5 points. Navy, Army, hang on a minute, he's confused. Air Force up to 40 points right now. The Army stat on 35, 5 points separating the two of them there. 60 points on the lead to the right hand side. Well done to you, Mayo Cashews. You're currently in the lead. 2 minutes and 15, 2 minutes and 10 on the clock. A lead being gained slightly there by the Army at 90 points, 10 points separating the two of them. The floor is flooded with asteroids, so we have just had the asteroids disappear from the Air Force's side, leaving a very open field with a lot of opportunity to get some points there. Can they do it? They can, because the right hand side has just been fortunate enough for the Marines, the Army, to hit an asteroid. Currently the 35 points, make that 50. 70, 180 on the board. A good set of hits there. An asteroid taking them back down to 175. Can the Army go ahead and increase their lead? Can they at least tie the score? That is exactly what we want to see. 130 on the clock. 130 seconds left to go. 140. 145 to the Army. 195 to the Air Force. Can they reach 200? They have broken 200. 205 is hit. 1 minute 15 on the clock. 185, 190. Are the Army going to reach that 200 mark? They have. 10 points separating the two of them, both at full lives right now. Take that back. The Air Force is currently down to 2 lives. 245 points for the Army. They've increased their lead over the Air Force there with 1 minute on the clock. Are they going to be fortunate enough to increase that lead further, or are they going to keep it the same, or are they going to lose it to a tactic from the Air Force there? We will certainly find out. A good set of points coming in from the Air Force, taking them up to 260, with the Army stuck on 300, breaking it to 310, 270. A clear board on the left-hand side, 3 lives and 2 lives respectively to both the Army and the Air Force. 35 seconds on the clock, 10 points separating the two of them. Scores are currently even at 30 seconds, 315, even again, sticking at 335 for the Army. The lead has just been increased slightly. 25 seconds. Can they do it? Can they increase that lead further, or can the Air Force bring it back? If there's an asteroid hit, we might be in for a shocker here. 345. The Air Force has just edged out in front of them, taking it back because the Army have gone ahead and hit some good shots there at an asteroid on the right-hand side for the Air Force, taking them back down. They're taking back up to 375, 385. This could be anyone's game in the last 3 seconds. It's unfortunate. The lives have been lost for the Air Force, leaving a 400-point system on the board there for the Army. That's the first round done. To the Army there, congratulations to USA, and of course congratulations to Mayo Cashews as well. (1-0) in favor of the Army. 9 viewers in the stream right now. Thank you very much. If any of you are not tuned in for the following or the subscribing, please go ahead and do so. It would mean a lot to me. Checking on the other channels right now. Good stuff all round. Very positive things in the social channels as we speak. Who are we stepping up right now? I apologise, should have been focusing on the game. We've got Hamiro for the Army, and we've got Victor stepping in for the Air Force. Nah, I got this. Nah, ready from Victor there. And of course, Hamiro is ready, and the scores have immediately started. The timer has been reset. Other way around. Time has started, scores reset. Both teams neck and neck at 5 points each. I've currently slouched down in my chair. I'm going to go ahead and stand up. We are at 20 points to the Air Force. 10 lead. Still a 10 lead. Is an asteroid going to get hit? Are we going to lose some points right now? It's possible for the Air Force. They have just skimmed past that asteroid. Unfortunately, the Army have not been too fortunate, taking them back down to 5 points on the board. Avoid them rocks, Maria. I know you don't like him. Eddie Edisor is correct. 10 points on the left-hand side for the Army. Victor, unfortunately, hitting an asteroid, taking them back down to 50 points. They've increased that lead back up to 60. Can the Army go ahead with that clean board that they've got in front of them, land some good shots? They have just managed to pick up 3 off the bat straight away, make that another 3 as well, taking them up to 60 points. Air Force stuck currently below 100 points. They're about to break it if possible. We've got the Army going ahead and reaching 80, 90 points as well. 5 is separating the two teams there with 150 on the clock. The Army are the first to reach that 100 mark. The century has been hit. 120 points there, a 15-point lead. Make that a 5-point lead. Scores are currently even. That was a very quick turnaround. And the Air Force has gone ahead and taken over with 135 on the board. If they hit an asteroid, it is a possibility they have. It's now down to the Army in lead by 10 points. Can the Air Force go ahead and pull it back? An asteroid has been hit by the Army side, taking them down to 140 points, giving them a slight edge still, but something that the Air Force could easily catch up on if they have a couple of well-placed shots, which I believe they have just hit with 165 points there to the Army's 160. 1 minute 15 on the clock as we speak right now. Where are we at? 165 to 205. The Air Force have broken that 200 mark. 230 to the Air Force, 170 for the Army. 1 minute remaining on the clock now. We have an asteroid hit on the Army side, taking them back down to 170, but they've managed to creep back up to just 190. Can they go ahead and get back into the 200s? The Air Force having a bit of an unfortunate hit there with an asteroid, taking them to 255. This could still go either way. I've seen this game chop, change, and turn at the drop of a pin. The Army going ahead and increasing the points that they have with a good couple of string hits there, taking them up to 255. The Air Force currently sat at 285. The points sitting very, very closely there, with a lead being granted to the Air Force at 320 to 260. Is it possible that the Air Force might have this in the bag? We do not know. We'll see if an asteroid is hit. The Army are doing the best. We have a life lost for the Army, leaving the Air Force with 3 lives still remaining. 365 to the Air Force. 10 seconds on the clock. An asteroid hit would possibly cause a bit of confusion right now in the chat. We've got 345 to the Army. 5 seconds on the clock. There is no asteroid hit. We have 385 to the Air Force, and the timer is over. That is a Air Force win on round 2. Congratulations. Derp in the chat, a salute to you. Nice to see you here as well. Good try, Marie. You did great. Both teams did great. Victor, big shout out to you for managing a 385 point lead over the Army there. Hamiro, I flopped so hard. No, don't worry. You had fun. You enjoyed yourself. You tried. That is all that matters. Victor, baby, please. Come on now. I don't know if that's just friendly banter or from a Twitch point of view. Okay, now well done though. Okay, we good. We cool, G. We're good. Well done to both participants there. I believe we're currently at 2-1, or is it 1-1 at the moment? Let's have a look. See if I can. Victor and Mayo Cashew. So it's 2-1. Wait, is it? Is Mayo Cashews? I'm confused. Help. Twitch chat, help. Where are we at? Let's go, Joao. Joao is stepping up for the Air Force. Like to see that, Joao swag. And we've got Bulletproof, the JA, stepping up for the Army. Let's see if this can be done. We're currently at 1-1 right now on the scoreboard. This is the 3rd round of the final game of Branch Wars, and of course, the top spot for one of these teams. Let's see if they can pull it out of the bag. We're still at 1-1. If we have a 3-point lead, then the game is over, but we will still continue remaining games, of course. Teams have taken their spots in the chairs of destiny. Scores are about to be reset and the timer is about to be started. Are they ready? Let's see them R's in the chat. Bulletproof, ready. Joao Swag, are we ready? We're certainly going to find out. There is an advert coming up in 2 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and use those privileges to dismiss that advert you're not going to get to see it. It's probably a Disney Plus one, though, because they've been happening quite frequently today. The teams have started and the board is ready to go. Where are we at the moment? Anyone with a 5-point lead? Yes, it is the Air Force with that 5-point lead. Joao Swag taking off this game. Can they go ahead and increase it? An unfortunate series of events there for the Army. A 5-point lead taken back down to 0 with an asteroid hit. Army go ahead and increasing their lead by 10 points. 2 minutes 35 on the clock. 15 points to the Army. Can they go ahead and increase or match that score of the Air Force? Because they are currently at 40 points right now, skimming right between an asteroid with that shot there, Joao. I did see that. You're up to 60 points right now. The Army currently at 65. They are only 5 points behind you. Can it be done? The scores are neck and neck at 2 minutes and 12 seconds there. An asteroid hit on the left, taking Bulletproof down to 70 points, but they are slowly bringing it back up. Excuse me. The Air Force hitting a sentry on the points right hand side there, folks. They are making their way to the higher end. Excuse me, this voice is going to the higher end of these scores, taking it down to 100 with an asteroid hit, leaving a 10-point lead to the Air Force there. 130 on the right hand side, 105 on the left for the Army. Can it be changed? An asteroid hit taking the Army down to 85 points, 140 on the right hand side for the Air Force. 1 minute and 35 remains on the clock. Can it be pulled back? Can it be done? We're at 125 for the Army, 190 for the Air Force. They're about to hit that 200 mark. Can they break it? They certainly can do if they just place one more good shot. The Army slowly coming up behind him there at 155, 160, 165, 175. Air Force breaking 200 at 205 at 115. Army 180 points, 185. They're about to hit 200 as well. There's a 40-point lead to the Air Force here. It can go anyone's way at this time. There is still a minute remaining on the clock. An unlucky asteroid hit for the Air Force, taking them down to 235, meaning the scores are currently even. Excuse me, this voice is about to fail me. 250 on the left-hand side for the Army, 290 on the right for the Air Force. Hold on. Ouch. Okay, where are we at? 285 on the right for the Air Force there, 285 for the Army. 10-point lead to the Air Force there, 300 has just been hit. 35 seconds on the clock. 290 for the Army. Can they go ahead in the last 30 seconds to try and increase that lead, or at least match it and make it an even draw? We've only seen one draw in this game before. That was an intense one, I can tell you that. 20 seconds on the clock for the Air Force, sticking out by nearly... Oh no. The lives have been lost. The Army are out at 300 points. It looks like this game is going to go in favour of the Air Force there, with 395 on the board right now, hitting 400, taking it up to 430 there. A good string of hits, taking them to 455. Current highest score, 455. Can they go ahead and beat that? They can't, but they have matched the highest score. Oh, they actually got the highest score. Joao Swag, 455 on the board. Well done to Joao Swag. Chats popping out, being concerned for Wilson's well-being. Love that, folks. Appreciate that. It is now 1-2 in favour of the 8-bit Eagles. Round 4 is stepping up. Who do we have playing for the teams right now? We have Leroy 92-101 for the Army, and I believe that's Urogo for the Air Force. We will certainly see what is in store for this game. It's currently 1-2 in favour of the 8-bit Eagles. If the 8-bit Eagles win this on round 4, there is no way that the Army can bring it back. If the Army pull this through, it will be an even game, meaning the last one will be... The last one will be the decider. Are the teams ready? We have a Leroy ready. Have we got a Urogo ready? They are both ready. And they are off. Points reset. Timer has started. And we've got an immediate 5 points there to the Air Force on the right-hand side of your screen. No points yet. 4. Take that back. 5 points. Scores are even there on both sides. The Army and the Air Force. Synchronized point gaining right there. 110. An asteroid hit for the army, taking it back down to 0 points, as the same is for the Air Force there. 15 points in the lead for the army there. This could potentially be a 2-2 draw. We'll certainly find out. 2 minutes 25 on the clock. 10-point difference there for the Air Force to catch up with the army. Can it be done? Army slowly increasing their lead. Some good, well-placed shots there. Urogo not moving. There we go. The Urogo is moving. I thought there was a bit of a disconnect there. Scores are currently even at 2 minutes 10 seconds, with an asteroid hit taking the army down to 25 points. Air Force increasing their lead by a good string. They're up to 75. They're possibly about to break the century 100-point mark here. If they do not hit an asteroid, which is nearly just about to happen, they're threading that needle oh so carefully. Have they gone ahead and made that point mark count? Yes, they have, but they've hit an asteroid, taking it down to 85. There is only 45 points needed for the army to catch up, and there is a lot of amoebas there to go ahead and draw that score. 1 minute 35 on the board. Army hitting that 100 mark again. The Air Force hitting the 100 mark again. My apologies. The army slowly behind with 5 points before they can match it. 135 on the score for the Air Force there. Can the army do their thing and even that board, or is this game going to go to the Air Force? This is unsure. We've still got 1 minute 15 on the clock, and this could be anyone's game. An asteroid just missed there by Urogo for the Air Force. We got 155 points for the army and a lot of empty space for them to fire some shots off into to get those points. Can they go ahead and be fortunate to do so? Air Force breaking that 200 mark. An asteroid being hit by the army. A very unfortunate series of events there. And of course, the Air Force increasing their lead to 215. 50 seconds on the clock, though an asteroid hit just missed for the Air Force there. 195 to the army. Can they go ahead and pull that score back? Is it possible that the Air Force are going to hit an asteroid? They have hit an asteroid. Their board has been reset. Oh no! Their board just hasn't been reset. They are out. There is 30 seconds left for the army to pull this back. They've done it. They've managed to pull that score back. 285 points over the Air Force. This is now a 2-2. Now, does the game count there or not? Is that a 0-point game? Either way, no matter which way this has gone, if it was the army that win, it's still 2-2. If it was a 0-point game, the next one would still be do or decide. Very interesting here. Tiebreaker is always the hardest. Congratulations to Urogo. And bulletproof. Urogo and bulletproof. Someone correct me if that's wrong. I apologize. Scary Raker, do you want to go? If not, I can. Oh my god, Nick, go please. Joella, I want to play against you. Intense. Why is there a skull above this person? Oh, it's part of their outfit. Okay, not a problem. Someone's got to play this last game. Who is it going to be? Okay, Mayo Cashews is going to go in for the last game there. Joella win this for us. This is match point. The score is currently 2-2. The teams have their nominees stepping up. It looks like Joel Swag against Joel for the final point of this game. We'll see what happens. We got in the room. We got I Ambitious. We got Penguin. We got Makisa. We got Miskits. We got Baby Doll. We've got Urogo, Tech Geek, S810. We've got Scary Raker, Derp, Elise, myself, Crazy Cat, and Kimmy here as well. And look, there's an ad. Sorry guys, didn't mean for there to be an ad. Are the teams ready to take their spots on the board? We will certainly find out in just a second. They have taken their spots. This is going to be an intense game. I will try my best. My voice, however, is slowly on its way out. Wilson is ready for the last round of the last game. Branch Wars 2024, hosted here by the United States Defense Force here on Habbo Hotel. Who is going to take the trophy in this game? Both players. Joel is very much ready. Looks like they are angrily ready. And do we have Joao Swag being ready as well? We'll certainly find out if they go ahead and drop that R in the chat. Joao Swag. Let's go. Joao, you there? 1 sec, sorry, Joao's lagging. That is not a good sign for the Air Force. Substitution, maybe? Anyone? It's your decision, not mine. Are the teams ready to play this final game? I really hope they're ready for this. Joao Swag is ready. And they are off. The final 3 minutes before Branch Wars comes to an end here at the USDF. And there is no points on the board right now. We're 10 seconds into the game. 5 points going over there to the Army. Make that 10 points as Joao Swag battles his way through a bit of lag, trying to get some points on the board, which can be done. Yes, we have 5 points to the Air Force there. The Army currently sat at 15. An unfortunate asteroid hit on the right hand side, taking them back down to 0-0-0 on the points. That's 2:33 on the clock right now. 20 points neck and neck. They are up even right now with a slight lead going in the Army's favour. 5 points, 15 points. The lead has been increased. We're going to go ahead and see a drop on the right hand side from Joao Swag, who's just hit an asteroid, I believe, taking them back down to 20. They've managed to reach it to a 45-point lead over the Army there, who has just dropped 5 points behind. The scores are neck and neck at 2:10. 5 points difference. Looks like this might be an intense game all the way through. Air Force increasing their lead significantly there over the Army. Can they maintain that, or will the Army have something up their sleeve? 2 minutes left to go on the clock. Air Force just hit 1 century on the points, 100. Only 10 points away for the Army. Can they go ahead and do it? 1:45 on the clock, with the Air Force currently leading by 130 points. An asteroid being hit, taking it back down to 125. There are still 3 lives between the teams. Again, another 10-point difference in this game. There is a clean board on the left-hand side. 2 asteroids stuck together. It looks like Joao Swag might have a bit of an issue if those asteroids cross over. 3 asteroids to 2. There we go. The boards are even. 5-point difference yet again. 175 for the Air Force, 160, 170 for the Army there. This is going to be a tight game at 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining. The Air Force just hitting 200 on the scoreboard there, with Army hitting at 200, shortly behind. 15 points. An asteroid's been hit on the right-hand side, dropping them down to 200. They've managed to take it back up to 215. The Army just need one more hit to try and even that score. If they get a good string, they unfortunately hit an asteroid, taking them back down to 205. Can Joao Swag in the last 55 seconds increase that lead? Or can we get Joel getting up there? Joel? Yes, can we get Joel getting up there with the score, matching it, beating it? We don't know. We got 45 seconds left, and there is still, again, 5 points between the two teams here. The score is even. This could go any way. The Army have increased the lead by 10 points. 35 seconds on the clock. The score is back in favour for the Air Force. Back into the Army's court. 305 being hit. 295. There is 5 points yet again separating the two teams. They are neck and neck. 310 for the Air Force. 310 for the Army. 330 for the Air Force. An unfortunate asteroid hit for the Army there at 315 points. The Air Force have taken the lead with 15 seconds left on the clock. Are they going to go ahead and keep that lead, or is Joel going to come up right behind him as they have been? It looks like the lives have been lost for Joel. It looks like this is it. It looks like Joao Swag has pulled through with 370 points for the Air Force, meaning this game has gone in favour of the Air Force. Congratulations to all participants here. Joao Swag, Miskits, Tex Geek, Yusa, Baby Doll, Heartland, Mayor Cashews, Victor, Joel. You've all done spectacularly there. Bulletproof, Leroy, Yorogo, Tiger Lily, Finklebunt, JPL. Every single one of you has participated in this final game, and you have done absolutely wonderful. Well done on the win. Very, very well done. Now, of course, that does mean that it is time for Wilson to say goodbye. Yes, I've just made myself big. Hi, nice to see you. It has been an absolute pleasure streaming these Branch Wars games for the USDF, and it has now come to a close on the 29th of August at 10 PM GMT. Not sure what that is in EST right now, but it is time to say goodbye to everyone here. The MVP is discussed behind me. I'll update you on that. Don't worry. But it's been an honor. It's been a pleasure. I've been streaming these games roughly now for about, I want to say, coming up to 40 to 60 days. And I've been there from the beginning. Let's go ahead and have a look how many streams I have managed to do. So, starting from the 14th of July is when I started streaming here. And we have a total of, go ahead and check the spreadsheet there. We've done nearly 49 streams for the USDF. The MVP is about to be decided, so I'm going to go ahead and move myself back smaller there, while you can see just over my shoulder this one here where it will be announced. But guys, I honestly thank you so much for the opportunity you've given me to host these games. I never really know how to say goodbye. It's always a bit difficult when I've been such a big part of the Branch Wars games. Miskits, Pack Marines, 440 points. Congratulations to MVP. All 6 of you here who are ending with me, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much for tuning in to these streams when you can. I've had nothing but enjoyment of doing this. You can hear it in my voice, it's fading. But of course it is time for this streamer to take a rest. I'll probably see you when the closing ceremony happens, for which I will go ahead and stream that one last time. I'll be able to say goodbye properly then. But for all those who tune in just for Branch Wars, thank you very much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Where am I going? A wonderful evening, morning, or afternoon, wherever you are. And of course, this is Wilson saying goodbye to Branch Wars for the last time. Thank you very much, folks. I shall see you when I see you.